Hello, it's Rigers. In today's video, let's look on two new essences. The first one is Luminous Respite, the pants, and the second one is the offhand Justicar Small. And let's start with the more interesting essence, and it's our pants, the Luminous Respite. Luminous Respite essence is for shield charge, and let's look on the description, which is quite long. So, shield charge now rushes a targeted enemy, challenging them to a duel and dealing 78,000 damage to all nearby enemies. When the duel begins, all surrounding enemies will be knocked back and the duel will persist for up to 3 seconds. During the duel, you take 50% reduced damage from other enemies. You are not dueling and both participants can only use primary attacks, but they are also immune to loss of control and knockback effect. Slaying your foe during the duel increases your damage done by 30% for 10 seconds. So on paper, it's very interesting because what does it mean? You can lock your target for 3 seconds and you will be fighting only with him with your primary attack, but your target can only use primary attack too, and from the other enemies you are taking 50% less damage and you cannot be CC'd. But your enemy who you are dueling cannot be CC'd too. And if you win the duel and kill the enemy, then you have increased damage by 30% for 10 seconds, which is a lot. So it's very interesting. Let's move to the real fight because it's the best showcase how it works, and several shots will be in slow motion because usually it's a mess like right now. And as you can see, I wasn't able to use my skills. Now I used my shield charge and now I am targeting him only with my primary attack. We are immune to loss of control and knockback effects. As you can see, no skills can be used right now, but I am smashing him with my primary and now he is dead. So you are able to lock your target like that. Let's look on the other example. Here's a lot of enemies. Now I am using my shield charge. I'm taking a lot of damage, but I lock them. And again, we have another kill by using this sword. So let's look here. Again, I am locking my target and we have 4 kills. We are brutal right now. And now let's look here in the slow motion. Again, I am using my shield, charging to the target, lock him because he is locked in the duel with me, and now smashing him with my primary target. He can only use his primary attack too, and he is dead. And here, look at this. There's a lot of damage to me. A lot of players are focusing on me, but I didn't lost almost any HP, and it's because of the damage reduction. If you are in dueling, it's 50% from the other players. And look at this. I am charging by shield charge to this dude. He dodged my first charge, but the second charge caught him, and look at this. With primary attack, I am smashing him again. We are immune to loss of control and he is dead. Let's quickly look on my build, which I am using with this new essence for shield charge. And from my sets, I use 4-piece mount bank because I need the survivability from the shield for the dueling, and the survivability is the most important for me. And I have low potency. If you have really high potency, then you can try 4-piece Angmet and let me know how it works for you, because for me it doesn't work well. I really need the 4-piece mount bank, 2-piece Urge, and 2-piece Baron. From my legendary gear, for a helm slot I use Quester's main, and the reason is because now I have 2 charges for shield charge, so I can lock my target 2 times in a row, which is big advantage, I think. But there's other possibilities, like for example the helm, which increase your damage by 19% after using the shield charge. You can test it and let me know. I have better results so far with Question main. Then chest is Heart of Grandeur, shoulders are the Yawning Crows, our pants are our new essence, Luminous, Respite. Then my main hand is Observer, because that's important thing. We need Punish for this build as a primary attack for several reasons, which I will show you in a few seconds, or let's talk about it now. Because when you hit your opponent with the Punish, you have increased the block chance by, I think, 30 to 40%, which again you need for your dueling, for survivability. Then second main hand is Red Splitter for increasing speed when you are hitting your enemy with your primary Punish. My offhand is Torrential Refrain, and my second offhand is the new essence, and this offhand essence, Justica Small, is very important to have with shield charge. It's complementary because I will show you. Punish also causes enemies to deal 28.5% reduced damage for 1 second. So if you hit them with your Punish, then the damage which they will deal to you is decreased by 28%, which is difference between life and death in the duel. So for the dueling, this essence is literally must have. Now the legendary gems, there's one legendary gem, or there's two legendary gems which are very good for the duels. The first one is Spitful Blood, because Spitful Blood, when you drop below 50%, you are immune to primary attacks for 4 seconds, which again could be difference between life and death. So I really suggest you to run it as an auxiliary gem, for example, because it will increase your survivability a lot. On the other hand, Spitful Blood is great counter to the duel, because if your enemy is wearing the Spitful Blood, then he will become immune to your primary attacks for 4 seconds if he drops below 50%. On the other hand, for example, Colossus Engine is not very good for this build, because in duel you can use only your primary attack, and Colossus Engine increase your skill damage, not the primary attack damage, so it's useless for duel. And the second gem who is strong is Gloom Cask, because your primary attacks unleashes the blades, and when the blades hit the enemy, then the enemy target takes 18% increased damage from your primary attacks for 3 seconds, which is strived. So for example, in my case, it's only around 5 to 6%, but it's still good. So Gloom Cask is quite good for this build, and the must-have is Spitful Blood. Let's look on the other gameplay, and let's talk a little bit about pros and cons, because at first it's really fun to play this shield charge, the duel, and it's viable, it's not a gimmick. But on the other hand, the issue are the barbs, thanks to their Undying Rage, because it's one-way ticket sometimes, because you proc the barb, but you are locked with him in the duel, and he is not dying. He is not dying, and then he will kill you. And the big issue here is the matchmaking, because if someone is a lot of stronger than you, I mean, for example, you have 2000 resonance and someone has 5000, 6000 resonance, then locking in the duel with him means most of the time that you are dead, which is the issue, because as everyone knows, and we are brutal right now, as everyone knows, the matchmaking is not good at this point. The other issue is that you can target only the players. As you can see, it doesn't work versus training dummy, but on first day I was able to use it with training dummy, but they hotfix it and now it's not working, unfortunately. And I tested it with my low resonance and high resonance build, and with low resonance build I had the issue because most of the time I was paired with higher resonance players. I mean, I were in lobby with 6,000 to 7,000 resonance players, and of course if I duel with them I usually died. But with my high resonance build it works really well and it's fun to play. And I am interested if this video is watching someone who is, for example, 12,000 resonance plus and is Crusader, how it works for you, because I can imagine that max resonance players with max secondaries like 12,000, 13,000 resonance players could be unstoppable juggernauts with this build, because with damage reduction I believe that no one will able to take you down, and with your damage you should be winning all the dwellings. Maybe barb could be a problem, but this will be very interesting to see, because still even with my 9,000 resonance I have sometimes the issue because I'm running to 12,000-13,000 resonance players, and again if I'm dueling 13,000 resonance player I am usually dead. But versus 10,000 resonance players, even 10,000 resonance monks, it works quite well. So hopefully you like it, guys, and soon I will bring you some exciting full battle with this build. Thank you for watching and see ya next time.